All right, mic check, Motor Masters Podcast. Your host, man, of course. I got a special guest across from me, man, returning guest. I got Mr. George Jones in the building. How you doing?
Yo, what's good?
Chilling, man. How you been since the last time I saw you?
Living.
Trying
to maintain.
I definitely think the last time we spoke and had our episode, it was very impactful. I'll say that. Even the clips I thought wasn't going to like do nothing crazy, end up doing something crazy. And I don't know what it is about you talking, but people like to hear it. So, and I don't know, like was that always something you possessed, like as far as like people gravitating to the things you were saying, or something came over time with wisdom?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Because I know, like back in the day, without having a social media until a certain time, maybe 08, 09, it really was hard to gauge. But I'm looking at even with your engagement on social media now, like you'll say something every 2-3 days, and it'll just go up, whatever you're saying. Like, and I'm gonna ask about post later on, but let me ask you, like, do you sit back and be thinking this stuff, and I'm gonna just wait till Thursday to post this, or is it like a random that day you just feeling it and you say
in my
it?
head, I'm gonna post it.
Dang, it seems so strategic, but I know you don't do it for the reasons I'm saying. I know you don't do it for the likes or just the post. It just happens to happen, shares. It just happen to happen that way for you. Well, I want to talk about some things too. I know your background, what you do. It's Black History Month, so you, to me, I would consider you. I don't know how you want to label yourself or label it, but I know people say teacher, but I look at like Black educator. To start off, like, what does that mean to you, being a Black educator?
I really don't. When I'm in doing what I do with the kids and stuff, it don't feel like I'm teaching. It kind of just, it's a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm in there with them, I can't, it's hard to explain. Like it's.
But that be seeming like your element. Like I know, even when you spoke to me about wanting to do more stuff on TikTok and this, that, and third, I questioned to my, well, let me see what I know of George. Let's see, and I'm trying to figure out like how it would work, because you do stuff so organically. Yeah, I can't really see you like scheduling time to make this kind of content. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like it's made because that day that's how you felt, and that was recorded.
Yeah. So I just started posting videos and stuff on Instagram. And it was because, like, when I be doing little stuff, when I be in the hallways, messing around with the kids and stuff, people were like, man, that's funny, man. I was like, you should see the stuff I don't, you know what I'm saying, don't post. And it was like, man, you should start posting more stuff. So I was just like, I'll think about it. Maybe like a week or two later, I started noticing, like, when I'm up there teaching, I have a student that literally, she records every lesson that I do. And I was watching it, and I was just like, you got all the lessons. She literally went on her phone. She was just like, man, I got everything. So I was just like, you know what? Just airdrop them to me. So she airdropped them to me, and I'm just going through them, looking at them. And I was just like, man, you know what? I just started posting them. And when I posted them, I was just like, well, dang, like, I was getting a lot of engagement off of it, but I wasn't expecting it.
But that's just, I mean, like I said, even your brother the same way, but I see that a lot in you. I don't know if it's the wisdom. I don't know if it's the hairstyle. I don't know what it is. Like, but people gravitate to the things that you speak. Even on Twitter, like you'll get a bunch of likes or retweets. Yeah. I guess you kind of just say things people relate to.
Yeah. How
do you because like I know this era, and I'm gonna ask you later on about the eras and nothing like that, but being a Black educator, how do you try to relate to these new era of kids? It's a new era. I mean, you was part of an old era, and I mean,
yeah, man. I mean, it's even, totally different.
But you was even tough probably in school to get to. So knowing how you were, and then knowing now but it's even more challenging with these kids.
The disrespect, man. I had an incident today with a student.
Today?
Yeah, today.
Jesus.
Earlier today. The boy he using profanity, he cursing. And I was just like, if you don't want to be here, why you come? Ain't nobody forcing you to come. He like, well, I'm in here. I was like, well, why you in here? You need to learn something. I don't got to do nothing. I said, all right, since you been a disruption, you know what I'm saying, you can go to ISS or something, you know what I'm saying? I don't never write them up. That just ain't my thing. I don't do that. But he took it from here and he went all the way up here with it. He was like, you old bleep A-N. And I was like,
going too far now.
I had to pause, man. Like I had to pause. I was just like, I agreed with him. I said facts. And he was like, yeah. I said facts. And he kept going. I said facts. Go ahead, go out the door facts. But I wanted to tell him. I'm like, call your father up here. And I can have a conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? And tell him what you just said about me. And I'm gonna ask him if he feel the same way.
So, and that's a good question. So, because you see it so much on social media, so much on like every year, it's a teacher fighting a student, or you know,
I ain't going that far.
People getting it in whatever physical. Like, how far is too far?
Touch them. You know what I'm saying? If a kid get you to the point that you angry, you need to step back and be like, they a child, you an adult. You can't stoop down to their level, and you gotta make sure you keep that level of balance in the classroom. Like, you a kid. I don't have to be going back and forth with you. I ain't doing that.
Well, let me ask you this, because I don't know if you ever came across this as a student.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't like when I was younger, like with teachers, right? And I didn't care because it was never directed towards me, but I heard it so often coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a 90s thing or what, and people just, ran with it. But I used to hate when teachers would tell students, like, I already got my diploma. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't do that like that.
I always felt like that was, you talking about disrespect, right? I felt like that was like a teacher to turn their back on you. Like,
yeah.
I don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
That's how I take it.
Yeah. I've never, and I ain't gonna lie, the boy can come in my class tomorrow, it's a clean slate. I don't hold no grudges. If you want to learn, you could have been the worst person yesterday. If you want to come in, all right, Mr. John, I want to learn this. Let's get it. But if you gonna still be on the same you was on yesterday, then it's like, I'm gonna just let you have it. But I'll never try to keep a kid from learning. Like, if they wanna get it, I'm gonna give it to them.
But and I guess I ask because a lot of teachers around here anyway. It's, even though we got zones, because students can go to any school they want to for the most part now. It's even more rough because you'll have somebody that really technically shouldn't be in your school for whatever reason, right? But how do you deal with that? Like, when you think about the gang violence, when you think about just the gangs in general, you gotta think about just the cliques, or not even just gang, but just the nonsense that you have to deal with students aside from education. Like, how do you try to combat that as an educator? And definitely you being not saying you were like that, but you being a reflection of them at some point in your life.
Yeah. Separate them, get them away from their cliques, and talk to them one-on-one. Because if you try to talk to them while they right there with they gang, it ain't gonna go nowhere. They gonna show out. Version. Yeah, they gonna show out in front of them. But if you catch them by themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, just pull them to the side, just have a little conversation with them. Like, look, man, you could be so much more than what you doing. And that, like, some you can get through to. Some they too far gone.
Damn.
Yeah.
But how, like, what's that like for you? Like, because I like to think that you're somebody that I think you can get through to these kids for the most part. I think so. I see it in even in the content you do post. But I just me knowing you and knowing the wisdom, and me knowing the friendships you do carry and the ins and outs of those. Do you ever feel like if you can't get through to somebody, do you feel like you failed? Do you feel bad? Like,
I can't save them all, man. That's something I had to come to terms with. I used to think I could save everybody, but my mama, she told me that when I was like, maybe like high school. She was just like, Trey, you can't. Trey, that's my nickname. She was just like, you can't save them all, baby. And that was just something, like, I really see it now in school. Like, man, I've lost students, like murders, and someone going to jail with murders since I done been teaching. Like, it's my 5th year. I don't like I cut the news on. It's like they on the news. And I'm just like, man, I tried my hardest, and it's like I don't have that regret. Like I could have did more, cause I give them my all. Every time I go in, I give them my all. So it's like it's rough. I ain't even gonna lie. Some of them kids like you just they walk in their course and they gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
They experience the best teacher sometimes, and that's what they own.
Describe to me, like, and I hate to put you on the spot like that, but describe to me that feeling like, all right, you wake up, turn news on, and you see a student that's yours, and either one, they've got murdered,
Yeah,
or they murdered, or been accused of murdering
yeah.
somebody.
It's a feeling of like despair, man. Like it's man, it's this another thing, man. It's like you try to talk to the like you could, cause I'm from the area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know where they headed, and then when you try to talk to the parents about it, we the problem. We picking on their baby, and I'm just like, I didn't sign up to be a teacher to do that. I signed up to try to be, you know what I'm saying, a positive role model, and you know what I'm saying, to teach them, to guide them into the right direction, because a lot of us don't have that. And that's what I be trying to do in the classroom. Well, when I started saying, like, I call certain parents and stuff, and they just like, man, I can't make this a kid. When I was teaching in middle school, I called the parent. She said, don't call me. From 9 to 4, he your problem, not mine.
Damn.
Yeah. And I said, then I ain't calling no more.
Not even after 4. But even that's a crazy mindset to have to say that. Like, it's your child.
Yes. And it's like, am I a teacher or a babysitter? But that ain't the whole school though. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain kids. There's some good kids in there.
Yeah, but you know, and we live in Augusta, Georgia, so I'll just be transparent, you know, here. It's like the community is so small too.
Yeah.
So it's not to say that some of these parents you won't know.
Yeah.
Friends with on Facebook, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You won't see out at your Walmart or whatever, at Target. And not only that, you think about the wars that be going on social media where then you have these parents saying this and that about the school system or how things are operated in the school system. Man. And then you hear a story from you like this, and it's like, but think about how many of these we get. Yeah. Think about how many times we done reached out to try to rectify this before it became this.
Yeah. It's so when we in school, teacher call our mom, it don't matter what, it could be a lie.
Oh yeah.
It could be a lie.
It's a wrap.
Your mama gonna believe what that teacher said. It ain't like that no more, man. They on their kids' side.
But that hurts a lot of times. And I'm not saying you can't if your kid is a truthful kid, and because you got your instances, of course. But how you're saying it to me, it seems like, and I've heard it from other teachers as well. Yeah. It seems like that is a common thing now. So
yeah. It's almost like are friends with their kids. Not all of them. Now I don't want to make no sweeping statement saying that all of them, but majority.
A good bit.
Yeah.
It's a term for that. I don't know. I can't think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue right now. But they are like influencing that behavior. You know, like they pushing that agenda of you're not wrong. It's the teacher's fault. I'm gonna handle that. Yeah. And then when they get in real trouble, you can't fix it.
You can't. It's too late.
Or they don't feel like they feel like it's no real trouble now. She gonna handle. My mom gonna handle it. I'm good. My mom cursed Mr. Jones out. We good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like and with your peers, like what kind of a conversation do y'all have about how this can be combated, if at all, or is it just too far gone at this point? Is it not saying that all parents are bad, not saying all parents are just sending their kid to school as a babysitter, because you got some that work hard and that really be in their child's life, and you got some kids who they just go to school and really represent their household the correct way.
Yeah.
It's very far and few between because they're young. I get it, right? Yeah. But how do y'all have them kind of conversations as to be progressive?
All right. On this hand, you got the teachers that's kind of checked out, and then on this hand, you got the ones that's trying to come up with solutions and stuff. My thing, like, man, I tell the teachers, like, man, stop being so like vindictive towards the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they on their phone, cool. Don't make it such a big deal. Like, if you ask them to put their phone away and they don't, like, it's cool. But if you ask them to put it away, like, don't. Are you here to teach or are you here to worry about them on their phone?
All right, hold up now, Joe. I gotta be 100. Hold up.
I'm gonna snatch the phone.
I be seeing your story.
Yes.
I see your story.
Yes.
You got more phones than Walmart.
Yes.
All right.
Oh yeah.
You got a whole box full of phones.
I got that level of respect with them though. I build that with them from day one. I tell them who I am from day one. I said, look, I don't mind y'all being on y'all phone. If I'm up here teaching, pay attention. If I turn around and I see y'all ain't paying attention, you on your phone, I'm snatching it. Nothing to talk about. And if I take one, I'm taking off. I ain't, like, I don't, like, because they'll do this. They be like, well, you ain't take his. You ain't do that. Cool. I have to get everybody. I just take, and it's no arguments or nothing. I just be telling them, like, look, man, I don't write kids up. I never call down to the office. I don't call police officer on nobody. I don't do none of that. So I said, what you think gonna happen if I have to press that button and say, hey, I got a kid up here that won't give me up their phone? What you think they gonna do to you? They be like, I don't know. I said, you gonna go home. I promise you gonna go home. Cause I don't never have no issues out of kids. So if I'm really calling down them, they know it's an issue and they gonna send you home. I'm like, is it worth it? 30 minutes of me having your phone so you pay attention to what you're supposed to be doing anyway, or go home for 3 days because you won't give up your phone?
Yeah. What's the idea behind that for you? Like, not the phone thing, but you saying, you don't call the security, you don't really get students, quote unquote, in trouble for the most part. What's the idea behind just handling it yourself versus having them get some kind of disciplinary action?
It's to build like just a level of respect for them. Like, I'm not here to be telling on you. I'm here to teach you. I care about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not your friend. I don't get that. I'm not your friend. But just little stuff like, you might have said a curse word or something, like, man.
Yeah.
It's so common. I'm like, man, kid walk up and down the hallway cursing. I wouldn't dare did that. Like, especially around an adult. Like, I wouldn't dare did that. But it's so common now, and it's just like, is it worth the fight? Like, constantly, all right, you cursing. And I keep writing up. Now the principal got a whole stack of write-ups of people cursing. It's just like, man, I'm here to do my job. You cursing ain't stopping me from doing my job. Let's get assessor.
Let me ask you that though. You mentioned doing your job. You know, and you are an educator. Yeah. I put black in front of it because one is Black History Month and then you black, right? I'm just putting that in there. But I don't want anybody thinking you did not teach white people. You know, I teach you whatever, right? Yeah. But the reality of it is, the school you teach at has a majority of a race, right? Yeah. So, like, as a black educator, like, what would you define as your job?
To mold them and to prepare them for their future. If they, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd be upset when they tell me they work at McDonald's or they work at Burger King or whatever. And they, like, now they can work at like 14, 15 years old. And what's happening is they going to try to get all these hours and then be in class sleep. And I'm like, man, that ain't, and some of them, they'll literally not go to school and go to work. And then when they come back to school, it's just like, I break it down to them. I say, man, how much you get paid to work at McDonald's flipping the burgers? And he was like, almost $12 an hour. I was like, all right, cool. I write it on the board. I'm out teaching. I'm writing it on the board. I said, so was those $12 an hour worth you missing out on this math lesson? He was like, man, I gotta get the money. I said, man, you a kid still, man. Like, and I don't know what they situations is at home. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm like, you still a kid, man. Like, you gotta give yourself time to grow. Like, I understand you want to get some money. If you want to get some money, entrepreneur. I'd rather you do something, man. They was like, well, what I can do. I was like, man, you can do anything, man. You go cut grass, work for yourself. Don't be putting money into their pockets. I didn't never work no fast food restaurant, like never.
But at that age, I mean, people do it in high school. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to like down them. Not saying you doing that.
Yeah.
But usually part time. Like, but also back then in our culture, our era versus this era, your parent limited that 20 hours.
Yes.
5 to 9, you come home, you do your schoolwork.
Yeah.
But if they missing, it was never a thing when you could miss school for work in high school.
The economy so bad right now, man. Like, I don't know if they may be helping their parents out at home. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I really don't know. But I tell them, like, I get them out of the mindset of being a worker to being an entrepreneur. Like, try to get you a trade, or if you're gonna go to school, go to college. I like, man, don't graduate high school and don't have nothing to do. Either entrepreneur, get you a trade, go to college, and get you like have you a plan. And I teach all 9th graders, so I'm preparing them now. Like, I'm talking, having these talks with them now, because I don't want them to get to 12th grade and be like, man, I don't know what I want to do.
You got the fresh bunch too.
Oh yeah, I get all them.
You got 9th graders.
I think my principal strategically did that too.
Why you? Why you think it was you?
Cause she know I really care about them. She know that I run like a real tight ship. Like, I don't play with them. I allow them to, you know what I'm saying, talk. They kids, you know.
Yeah.
I allow them to talk. I allow them to. We can joke around and stuff, but when it's time to do this work, everybody in the right. We own it.
You know, you being an educator, I have to ask you this too. You work in this field, and I don't know how you feel about it. For years, I've heard this, and I don't know how most teachers feel about it. But you know, Richmond County, the education system gets a lot of bad criticism.
Yeah,
as it's just they not being up to par, and just not being maybe fast enough, not getting kids ready for college or whatever, like as a whole, not just one particular school, but as a whole. Is that something like you feel like it's your duty to change? Is something you think you can do specifically to actually change that narrative? Or is it something like you hear it, but you also feel like it's one of them things where people are criticizing that without actually trying to fix whatever problem they think is the issue?
I'm trying, man. But I can only do so much. And it's like I can some energies is contagious, you know what I'm saying? And it was a guy, he was my coach when I was in high school. He was my AAU coach. His name Mr. Gauss, Mr. Nolan Gauss. And he teach math as well. He was teaching geometry. And he was across the hall from me. And the way he taught, like, he literally, when he come into the building, man, he's strictly math. That's all he's on. His energy was contagious. I caught it. A lot of stuff he was doing in the classrooms, like how he was just strictly on teaching math. Like, I don't care about all that other stuff. I'm teaching math. And what I took from it was that he's serious about his craft. And he's not going to deviate away from it. And when I started doing that in my classroom, like, change started happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm starting to see, like, the kids, they are starting to really understand the content. And the content is, so what I'm doing is, they have to take these state tests. They call like intercourse tests, EOCs and stuff like that. I take that content, and what I do, I have like a whole day. It's just EOC study day. And I'm teaching strictly from this test, from the state test. You know what I'm saying? So they get in that, and they learning that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just to try to get the test scores higher in our school. But it's like, man, that's a hard fight to be won right now. It's bad.
And I know, like you say, you teach math, right?
Yeah.
So even and you say educator, so that's actually dope that y'all across the hall and y'all both on the same frequency, right?
Yeah.
But I know you did the I'm gonna call it the Libra scale a little while ago. You know what I'm saying? You was like, you got some teachers that's checked out, and then you got some that's like, they trying. So like, how do you even fight for the Richmond County education system when within a building, you know, you have teachers not even on the same page? If that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
Like you got a war, but then you got battles you shouldn't really have. That's taken. That battle is taken from the battle with the kids that learn the content. That makes sense.
What I'm learning too, man, is like a lot of the people who, you know what I'm saying, in the field for the wrong reasons, they end up removing themselves anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't end up staying too long. So eventually they come in and hopefully we bring in more teachers,
talent,
that really want to be there.
I mean, I not all students gonna be smart. Like just like naturally just smart. You know, I mean, doing their own due diligence outside the classroom. So when they come to the classroom, you just kind of sharpening what they already know, or they getting a blueprint of how to learn themselves or how to make themselves smarter. Like you get the blueprint from school.
Yeah.
You don't have every student that way. Every student is not gonna be as self-sufficient.
Yeah.
To learning. So you got some you gotta hold their hand.
But it's my philosophy. Anybody can learn anything. I believe like your brain is a muscle. You gotta exercise it. So if you keep telling yourself, like, I don't even allow them to say, Mr. Jones, I can't do this. I stop them immediately. I'm like, you can do this. You just need to change your mindset. You know what I'm saying? When I was a student, man, it's like, it's no way this person sitting beside me can do this and I can't. It's no way. If you can do it, I can do it. Y'all gotta have that mindset. Like y'all can't just be so quick to give up. Y'all give up so fast. Like if you're not understanding it, y'all just give up. And that's why I take them phones. That's why I take them beats and stuff. Cause it's like you can't. How you listening to music and listening to me at the same time?
Yeah.
It don't work like that.
Somebody getting ignored. Somebody getting ignored. At that point, like they're ignoring.
Oh yeah. I'm getting tuned that. And
I'm glad you know who it is.
It aggravates me so bad when they be like, I'm up there, I'm going in on the board. I'm asking questions like, hey, y'all get this? And then once I sit down, Mr. Jones, I don't know how to do this. And I turn around, they got beats in, they scrolling on their phone. I'm like, oh, I see what we doing. That's when I go around with my collection plate.
Oh my God, that's funny, man. So I talk about that, like your style of teaching. Like I know you mentioned you just strictly on math.
Yeah.
But what style have you adapted or did you adapt versus like you 5 years in now? So like was it a different style year 1 to year 5? Like are you more polished now?
Yeah, I'm getting like the first couple years when I got into it. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn all the units and all that type of stuff. I had to refresh myself too, of course. But it's like man, I'm running it. Like soon we get in there, all right, we on this unit. I know how to teach it to them. I know how to make it make that light bulb go off in their head. I know how to do all that now, like easily. How to make them get like the real world connections and all that. And what I done started doing is like, instead of giving them like this is what they call it, like naked problems. Like a naked problem, like 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah.
I get them word problems. And from that word problem, I make them, and the thing is like, it's a cross of math and lit. What I do is I make them like underline verbs, find like all the important stuff, like highlight it, underline it, whatever, and pull from that and create your own math problem from it.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, and that right there is like, if they can create a problem, it's like you ain't on level 1, you like on level 2, level 3 of thinking and math.
Is it ever a time like I've seen the videos of you with the kids and it seems like you challenging them and all. Is there a time where people like get discouraged in class because they just can't like?
Yeah. So when they get discouraged, what I do, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time trying to get them to come up there. If they don't, then I just be like, cool. But what I do is like after class, I just pull them to the side and talk to them. Like, look, man, I'm trying to get you to understand the content. And they just be like, all right, I tried. Like I just try to build their confidence up. And once they get confident enough to come up there to the board and do it, like, we good, we rolling, huh?
That's what's up. All right, so all right, so I actually got some posts I want to read back to you real quick. I'm about to get you in the element. Yeah, nothing crazy. I know last time I had had a good bit. I ain't got nothing crazy. This is a good one because it's still in the realm of teaching. It says, I swear to God, this is my favorite book at elementary school. Others was The Devil's Court, Mick Hardy Was Here, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and Holes. And this book was called Sideways Stories from Wayside School.
Yeah.
Why was that your favorite book?
And
what is it about?
The stories, and so it's a school. I think it had like, if I remember correctly, it had over 18 floors on her. Like, it was the floor started from 1 and went up to like 18 or maybe even more. It didn't have a 13th floor on her. And how the book was, like, the first chapter was everything that's going on the first floor. Second chapter, everything going on the second chapter. On the second floor. And so forth. Didn't have a 13th floor for some reason. I think it's bad luck to have a 13th floor, so it skipped from the 12 to the 14. But in the midst of all of the floors and stuff, it's just like, it's crazy stories happening, man. And it's like, I used to read that book so much, but I honestly can't even tell you not one chapter out of that book. I just remember it and how it used to make me feel when I read it. Now the other story, I remember those.
So about on The Devil's Court.
The Devil's Court, it was about a kid. He couldn't play. He was trying to play basketball. He could not play for nothing. And one day he went in the gym and he was shooting around, and he shot the ball. It went through and it bounced back to him. He shot it again and it went. He couldn't make shots, but for some reason he just kept hitting. Ball bounced back to him. And then it's kind of like the story of the crossroads, when you go to the crossroads and say so. It's like that in the book. Like, the devil appeared to him and just like, I give you a season of power for your soul. And I'm like, that's an elementary book. I'm like, I ain't really had no reason no business reading that, man. But it was so interesting to me and stuff. But the kid sold his soul, and he like killed that whole season.
Never missed again.
No.
All right. Let's stay on the same thing. So, just about you, no meat, 11 years.
Yeah.
How you? Well, I want to ask how you living, but I guess the real question is that anybody that's eating meat 11 years, how they living, right? Yeah. What's the idea behind no meat, and how did you get so disciplined doing that?
So, man,
11 years is wild.
It's so much to go into. I don't know if I want to gross y'all that.
Like, if you don't eat meat, like, what you eat? You vegan?
Nah, I ain't vegan. I'm vegetarian. Vegan and vegetarian is two different things. Like, vegan is a whole like lifestyle switch.
Okay.
I couldn't even wear like a leather belt or something because it come from an animal. They don't use no animal products.
All right, see, now hold on, I gotta stop right there. So, you got some fake vegans in Augusta, Georgia, because I don't think they be knowing they can't. They think it's just the food they ingesting, and it's not just that. They can't even
shampoo.
So a vegan shouldn't wear no mink.
Like mink?
A vegan, you're vegan, yeah.
Oh, it's an animal product, man.
It's
like different sects of it, but for what I understand is that no animal products at all, nothing. Like nothing.
Maybe they're just social media vegans. Like, they got their own rules. Like, I'm gonna do this, but that Instagram vegan type stuff. I don't know. Like, they'll just break it up. And you said 1 year no candy.
Oh yeah, I really I always I like challenging myself, man. It's kind of like, people do fasting and stuff like that. I like to see how far I could push myself to.
But why can't that? I'm just like,
I'm addicted, man.
You?
I ate, me and Quad eat so much candy. We've been like this since we were kids, man. And I was like, I'm always like planning for the future and stuff. And it's like, I ain't want to get older and have like diabetes or, you know what I'm saying? Like health problems stemming from eating a lot of candy.
But what, I guess, Cause I mean, you and Quad as a duo sometimes be shocking me because y'all be having the most like odd things that y'all just I'm not gonna do this for however long and like what kind of conversations do y'all be having that this stuff come up like what day you say no I ain't eating candy for another year I'm good. As of today, I ain't eating candy till next year this day. Or did it start out as like a month and then you just went from there?
Nah, it literally was like it was January of. No, it was December of 2022, right before the New Year came. Well, the January New Year.
Yeah.
But I was just like, man, I'm gonna try to give up candy. And everybody was like, man, you ain't ready to do that. You ain't gonna be able to do that. So now it done became like a challenge. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna show y'all. I went the whole year without eating no candy. Cause I used to eat so much like in school, man, cause we can't leave to go get lunch. So kids be having candy. I'm like, man, let me get some of that. Like, let me get that. And I was just like, man, it's not healthy at the end of the day. It just ain't healthy.
You shared a post and you said the post doesn't really too much matter, but it says emotions and in your feelings is a dangerous place to be when you're dealing with a loved one.
Yeah.
Explain that for me. Like
man, I tell people all the time, like, man, feelings and emotions, it change. Like, it might change the next hour, change the next day, week, month. You ain't gonna always feel the same way you felt, because eventually you're gonna grow. When you dealing with like a loved one or something, man, and you make your decision off of your emotions, off of something that gonna change, that's not a I don't think that's a great decision to make. Like, you always gotta think like logical.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I ain't saying like the people who do everything off of their emotions like they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I kind of look at the bigger picture of thing. Like, I don't think that's the best way to move, because it's like, man, it's like for dudes in general.
Yeah.
You can't be out here like living off your emotions, man. It's like they got a place for you for that. Like, because you mad for 30 seconds, man, you go do something crazy and you gonna be in prison for the rest of your life over a quick burst of anger.
Yeah.
I be feeling like anger is like a demonic possession.
Expound on that a little bit.
Like a possession. So when you ever been so mad that you don't even have like really control over yourself?
Nah, but I've seen it.
You've seen it before. Like, people just black out, man. And it's like you're not in control of yourself no more. So what's controlling you?
The anger.
The anger.
Yeah.
What is anger really? Like, what is it? It's a feeling. It's not something that you can physically touch. So it's like you start like really thinking about it. It's just like, what's controlling you? Like, is it really anger?
Yeah, but and I guess it would be synonymous with demonic. I guess I can see that.
Like, I don't like demonic, yes, but it's like just a possession, pretty much, yeah.
Like, it's not you, so to speak. It's you, but it's not you. It's like, it's not the you that represents yourself. It's another form of you, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So I'm glad you said that. You mentioned like not doing something because it just play for you, all that stuff. Like when you look at yourself and your lifestyle and just the things you've been through, things you overcome, and you think about statistics for people like you and your age group, your demographic, what's that feeling like? Either knowing or just overcoming, beating certain odds of statistics that ain't supposed to be.
I always feel like I got more work to do. Like, I don't never. All right, I done made it to 25. I made it to 30. I gotta keep going. Cause now I got two little ones I gotta look after. You know what I'm saying? It's like it really don't even cross my mind. It's cause I look at it like that's the bare minimum. Like, I don't even want to pat myself on the back for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's something my mom always told me. She was like, you don't give yourself enough credit. Like, I can't. I just got to keep going.
It make a lot of sense though, because I think the minute you do give yourself credit, you feel like you're done. The job is done.
Yeah.
You know,
get comfortable.
Yeah, now I can do whatever. Now I'm good. I done made it to this age, and it don't matter no more.
And I'm still in school, man. Get my master's degree and hopes of becoming either a principal or a professor one day, college professor.
So What do you think? Like when people they see you, like, and do you think people see you, they look and they see educated, or you think they judge you? Like, if you was to go to a gas station right now, you think people would be like, how would they embrace you, or would they like watch over and make sure you ain't doing nothing?
You know they're gonna be locking their doors and stuff. You know,
how that feel? Like, what's that feeling like? Knowing
it used to bother me so bad, and when I had just turned 20, and I had bought my car. My first car was a Charger, the Dodge Charger, like, and man, I used to get, this was back when my hair used to be sticking everywhere. Yeah. Man, I used to get pulled over so much, man. Like, I'm talking about, and literally like tear my whole car up. I'm on the side of the road, like they going out through my corners. They're like, man, I don't have no drugs in here. I ain't doing nothing. Like, I go to school. Dude was just, the police all looked at me. He was just like, you got the drugs in here somewhere. So he put in my trunk. I know I ain't got nothing in there. He was just like, can I go in the trunk? I was just like, man, go ahead, man. He picked on my book bag. It got weight to it. He picked it up, opened it. Guess what's in there?
Books.
The look on their face was just like, man, he really was telling the truth. But that stuff like that, it grew me as a person. It's just like, I'm dealing with this type of stuff. You know, the police putting guns and stuff all in my face. Like,
all because of your parents.
Huh?
Just from your parents.
Yeah, just from my parents. And so me dealing with that, it's like, man, ain't nothing you can do to me to make me feel away. Like, the way you treat me or say to me, you know what I'm saying? Cause I done been all the way to here. Like, well, you see it cut on the news every day, police done shot somebody down. You know, that could have been me.
Yeah, definitely.
About nothing. If I would have just caught an attitude, like, hey, man, I ain't going all through my stuff, making a situation hostile, but I was always respectful towards.
That go back to what you said, though, about, like, just not having that 2 minutes of anger overcome you.
I literally talked to myself in my head. I was like, man, I ain't finna get mad over that or nothing like that. I got real good self-control.
Yeah, I mean, and discipline. Yeah, I mean, you seem to be real disciplined. I mean, since I've known you, you've always been that way. It seemed like, though. But like, I know that you know, you your upbringing. So you the second oldest, or because I don't know why I keep thinking Quad is older than you. I don't know why. Sometimes I don't know. Maybe because he got more.
Yeah, he got
hair or something. I'm not sure. Yeah. That's the baby then.
Yeah, you the baby.
Okay. So like this father figure wise and stuff like this stuff you seen coming up, and the people you had coming up as role models, like how did that like shape you to do what you're doing today, like to stay on the right track and then also be role models for your son or, you know, your nephew, you know, your family?
It's like, hey, so that was my big brother. That was like the father figure thing, like father figure role for me.
Correct.
And it's like, he always like it. Anytime I had a thought of doing the wrong thing, anytime like he quickly correct, like, man, you ain't doing that. No, that ain't no. This is not for you. You got to go do this. You got to go to school. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you're gonna go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got him and my mama in my ear. My mama like, yo, you gonna go to school or you gonna go to the military? I'm not going to the military. But so my brother, he was like, man, you different. You need to go to school. I don't know what you gonna plan on doing, but I just know this is where you need to be at in school, not out here. I remember I was at Savannah State, and man, he literally was paying me not to come back to Augusta. Like, he was just like, man, I gotta pay you to keep you from coming back home. Like, I don't want you here. Stop coming here. But yeah, that like, and I don't know if he know what he was doing, but that right there really, like, I'm just like, man, ain't nothing in the streets for me. Like, I really need to be in school around like-minded individuals so I can figure out what I want to do with my life.
At the time that he was telling you that, did you think it was something in there for you though? Like, in your mind, did you think that there was something there for you?
Talking about in the
streets,
here in Augusta?
In the streets, just in the streets. Like,
I wanted money. You know, like every young boy, like, money. I ain't care about being popular and all that. Like I wanted a pocket full of money, man.
I say that because I asked you like the influence that you had in who kind of shaped you, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, but in the beginning you said something, and now you remind me of your brother now, because in the beginning you were saying how even though it's not the streets, you got the kids working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right. And they just want money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you tell them like, hey, that ain't nothing there for you, bro. Like that ain't it. Like you know what I'm saying?
That's where I get it from.
That's dope. That's dope. That's a full circle moment for me. Like just and I know it wasn't on purpose, so it's just funny you saying that. It's funny using that one particular example.
Yeah.
And obviously the reasons are different, but they're the same at the same time.
Yeah.
You know. I want to ask you about this family though. Like, what is that like? Because I mean, like when I met you, it was just you. I mean, you had your mom and your brothers and siblings, but now you got your own flesh and blood. You have to take care of. You know.
They're my motivators, man. Like I just took them home before I came here, but man, it's never like a dull moment with them. Like my son, he coming into his own. I'm coaching him. He playing basketball. He not very good right now. He's 5, you know. So
yeah, me only 5, George. Come on, relax, man.
And I want to tell his mom, like, man, it's not that time yet, you know. Just kind of wait. He turned like maybe 7, 8 years old, but she was just like, nah, I want him to play. So I was like, okay, cool. But I coached him though, so I wasn't gonna allow somebody else to coach him like at that young age, cause I don't know if I could take somebody yelling. You know, like I don't know how.
Yeah. That is kind of
but
crazy.
Even even the coaches though I've been seeing though, like they been cool. Like the coaches I've been coaching against, like they pretty good with kids. But you never know. Like these coaches today, like I'm like, oh no, I can't. So I took it upon myself to just coach their team.
You know, another thing I think about, because I watch your stuff and I watch your stories and stuff like that. I think about what you were saying earlier. You know, you calling the parent and I'm telling you, you know, hey, from 9 to 4, that's you.
Yeah.
Right? And I wanted to ask you, even as a parent, it seemed like, even though you're a teacher, you're an educator, but you're a parent, do you ever, like, you personally, do you ever, like, just stop teaching? Are you ever not in teaching mode? And I asked that because I seen your story the other day, might have been a week ago, a month ago, I don't know now. But you was talking to your son as you was driving.
Yeah.
And you asked him some math questions, right?
Oh, yeah.
Put him on the spot.
Yeah.
And then you didn't clip it up. You didn't post like a short video to say, hey, my son got it right in 2 seconds. No. Full video.
Yeah.
Almost, he reminded me of you a little bit because I asked you a question. It's like a little silence there for you trying to think about it.
Yeah.
He think about it. And then you like, come on now, come on.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on, right? And I think that's dope. But I also feel like that's teaching, right?
Yeah.
So it's fun, like the irony of somebody telling you, hey, from 9 to 4, that's you.
Yeah.
But for hell, from 9 to 4, so I gotta have yours and then mine. You know, it's like I got all the other stuff. I'm never taking a break off teaching.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take all credit for that. His mama do a lot.
Shout out to his mama.
Yeah,
Clap it up
she
for her.
does a lot with him with the teaching stuff. Me and her we done had conversations. She's just like, well, why you a teacher? Why you don't do this? I'm just like, well, I be tired when I come home for one. You know what I'm saying? Like I be tired, but I'm kind of like right now here in that age where I told her, I'm like, I don't want to like interrupt anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they trying to learn, like the ABCs and you know what I'm saying? Like the way they teach the young kids now is totally different. So I wanted to wait till where he get to an age to where he like kind of start understanding a little more before I start like giving it to him. Cause I don't know if I can get down to that kindergarten pre-K level. I don't think I can do that. It's too low level for me.
That makes sense. And I mean, I guess I can speak about it. I see you posting. So you got, last time we spoke, you had 1 child, by mistake. Now you got 2.
2, yeah.
And one's a girl now.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it? I seen you posted, you said you got your tube stop.
That is it.
Well, congratulations, number 1. And number
Appreciate
2, is that a different feeling? I know you had your son, now you got a girl. Man, so how does that feel?
So with Daru, I was kind of like, it changed everything, right? It changed me as a person. But I was more harder with Daru than I am with her. Like she's
spoiled.
I'm messed up, man.
Hey, clap it up for George for being messed up.
Messed up, man. Like, I don't even like the.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
I really don't understand how you could create a child, man, and not be there. Like this.
George, man, you're gonna start something. Look, man, I feel the same way, and I'm gonna read a post that you posted about the opposite side of that later on in a minute. But you know, me, I got 2 girls, and I just couldn't imagine, bro. Like when you said that shit motivated to keep you going. I know it be sounding cliche to say stuff like that.
It's the truth.
But I don't think people realize, like, when you really, like, sometimes if you want to give up something, you see your kid, that's enough to be like, I can't even do that.
It's a true story.
Thought gone now.
It's a true story, man. When I was in college, and we used to be in weight training and stuff like that. I was been lifting the weights, man. Like the last one, I just be like, I gotta go. My son looking at me. He a toddler. He don't even know, like, but it's just in my mind, like, it just gave me that little extra oomph to get it up.
That's how I be. That's really how I be. And then, you know, I don't have a son. I got 2 girls, right? Yeah. And I also feel like you develop a lot of empathy very, very quickly, right? The idea that, you know, and it's gonna come at a time, but the idea that you're gonna try for as long as you can to make sure that she is safe as can be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For as long as you can.
Yeah.
Right. And like I said, how old is your daughter now?
She'll be 8 months at the end of the month.
8 months, and you probably feel like, you know, time's still going fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I asked that because, you know, a lot of times, you know, we guys, you know, we gotta be tough. I was having this conversation with the guy I was just here a minute ago about, you know, just being men and stuff you have to deal with and go through it just because you're a man. You know, like, crying.
Yeah.
You know, and now we could talk about it. Your girl could call you, or a girl can call you, whatever, right? And, you know, it'd be I'm not saying it's silly. I'm not saying, I don't want to say, but it'd be silly to me.
Oh,
they whining. It's about work. Yeah. My boss or my coworker. Whole time you going through real like crisis issues. Yeah. Like, damn, I want to do this. I want to change this. This ain't going good for me. It's like from A to Z to double A to double Z. You got these list of problems that you just got on your brain, on your shoulder, you carrying. Yeah. And in the midst of that, you'll still stop and be like, look, calm down. This is what you need to do. Da, da, da. So in the midst of needing help.
They don't want to hear that.
At all.
They just want to listen to you vent. They don't want solutions.
Never.
So this is what I started doing. I was like, you want me to listen or you want a solution? It save you a lot of arguments, man.
You gotta ask though. You gotta ask. You gotta stop them. But I feel like too, you know, even with the midst of all the problems you may have, I can make that decision whether it's a vent session or if I need to actually listen, take notes, and then give you some kind of feedback. You know, because honestly, the irony is that sometimes them just saying the problem or whatever they're going through is enough, and they good now. Yeah. They done dumped on you. Yeah. Even though after problems, right? They done dumped on you. All right, I'm good. Thanks, babe. Bye.
I'm carrying more weight.
That's it. I know, right? Like, I know you got a lot going on, but let me put 21 pounds on your back real quick. Yeah. Because I can't carry this. And it's just you know, seeing that is dope. It's just funny. And I think you know, men get a lot of flack for a lot of things, but I know the ones that get it, you know, and they get the appreciation.
You can't do it in reverse. We can't. You gotta be careful with all.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can't. You know, you put as a man, you put your weight on your girl, man. Y'all break up, it's over. Like she telling the whole world,
it's over.
Oh, you ain't telling you were crying that day. It's like, hey, chill. What's going on? Can't be telling the social media.
Lose is a catch-22.
Trying to tell you, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the world wasn't designed for it to be us, you know, putting our weight on others. Yeah, you know, we got to carry everything. That's why our back's a little stronger, I assume. You know, our physique is a little stronger, I assume. But when it's mental, mental is mental, you know? Yeah, so
they outlive us.
I wonder why.
Stress. They stress free. We over here.
Yeah, I know.
And it's a crazy thing. Like, man, we carry so much, man, and it don't show.
Yeah, definitely.
We just carry, like, it's just a normal day for us, but in our heads, like, we trying to figure out everything. How we gonna do this? How we gonna do that?
You know, there wasn't really a question I had, but now that you say that, I kind of have to ask you, and I hate to put you on the spot like that, but If anything, I need it for me as well, you know. But I know you dealt with losses, but I know a loss and stuff like that. Like during that time, right? You got other people like me, people that just know you, people that's cool, and they reach out, they talk to you, and they wish you well and stuff. Like is it ever a time where it's like you really come to terms with like this is just this, and I gotta deal with it. Life just gotta go on, or is it like it's still tough every time you think about it?
Both. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like when that situation happened with me, I hate it. I never expressed that to people. Like I told people that, but I hate it when people like ask me like, "You okay? Everything all right?" I'm like, it's not. It's never gonna be all right. It's never gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? But eventually you just learn to kind of cope with it. You learn, like what I used to focus on, which helped me a lot, was just, thinking about good memories and stuff. I never wanted to think about that situation, because that situation pulled me down into a dark place. Yeah. And I was in a real, I was in an abyss. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder, and Alex, I don't know where you at with it now, but I wonder, at first, did you ever, what's the term? Did you lie to yourself and make it seem like you was okay, like you stronger than you really probably were, no. Or you were just truthful the whole time, like this ain't it. This ain't it.
And what I did, man, I surrounded myself with people I really love. I ain't want to be around people who was in my ear saying this and that, because you don't feel the way I feel right now. You know what I'm saying? It's no way you can feel how I feel. So I used to ain't want to be around that. But man,
I asked that, one, just because people probably need to want to know, but also for just educational purposes as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And because everybody go through things differently, but I know for me, I feel like I end up now I feel like I see myself pushing people away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's not on purpose. It's not by accident either. But it's not like I'm waking up like today is your day to get pushed away. It's just you see a side of yourself, and I be feeling I still have some humility. I still got a feel of how I'm acting. I be like, you don't deserve how I might act for you doing something. Yeah. So I need to make sure that I don't do that to you. You know what I'm saying?
So when my situation happened, I cut everybody off. I cut everybody off, but it wasn't. It was I just kind of just disappeared. I just went ghost. But the people that I cut off, man, it was they were good people. You know what I'm saying? They meant me some good, but it's just I need to walk this path by alone somewhat. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to. I'm not 100% George right now, and I don't want to project my feelings and all that on you. I'm at 60, 50%. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
See, I know, I don't wish on nobody. I know that you were younger at the time as well too. Yeah. Was your son born? Your son wasn't born yet, right? So you were younger at the time too. I could say I don't know if I'm there, I could necessarily just cut everybody. There's so much I have to do, you know what I'm saying, that I have to
They understood. They understand though, you know what I'm saying, you going through something. Anybody that not understanding of that, they selfish.
But you know what? That's the thing. If I think that way as well, and I be feeling not only that they don't understand, I just feel if they not because I don't want to get asked if I'm okay every day. That's not what I want. But I also don't want to be bombarded with minuscule things, because anything to me is minuscule because what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
You like me, man.
So everything you dealing with is small.
You weigh everything out. I don't care. I'm dealing with this. Man, I ain't got time to be worried about that.
Look, man, I posted something today, right? And it got sent to me, and nobody know my situation per se with people and nothing like that. And I thought about it and said, yo, this is this. It was the guy ended up saying something people ask, how do men go things alone? And then the next post was well, I told my girl, I was going through XYZ, a bunch of this devastating stuff. Yeah. And she started to talk about her birthday list. And I said, God damn it, boy. That if that ain't something I know about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not even a negative thing, because I'm not saying like F somebody's birthday, right? But it's like you be going through real life issues, like life. Okay, so like I said, your situation, I can't imagine. I'm not gonna lie, I can't imagine if my brother, like Don, my brother.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, like I probably wouldn't even do nothing for a year. I can't even imagine.
I wasn't eating.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I think that I would probably be hospitalized just because I know our level of how cool we are. But I don't have that. But parent wise, right? And it's just, parent. But then my mom and all that stuff. So it's almost like losing two parents back to back, same month, right before Christmas. Yeah. Holidays just different.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, I work for a different company, so it's like you lose all them years of something else with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm not even the same person. Like, life didn't change. Like whoever I was November 30th, December 30th was a whole different person.
Yeah.
December 6th, then the 23rd. So I say that to say, like, you don't. I don't want to project and be mean, but I got days where it's like I just don't. I don't fucking nobody.
Feel like being bothered. Yeah.
But then I got days where you got your spurts where you're like, and you think of it, damn. That's grief. It sneak up on you. You don't know.
It's never gonna go away, man. It's never gonna go away.
I've never dealt with it. This is my first time in life.
I used to be like in like different environments, man, where everybody just having a good time. It's just, man, it hit me like I'm in this place now. I'm not even here physically with everybody because mentally I'm on that situation right now. Like I can't even truly be happy right now.
I seen memes, and I know you've seen them too, where like, and it's like when you're at a party and your social media turns off or something like that, and they just like disengage from whatever's going on. I wouldn't say it's even a social media. It's just like I just went somewhere else. Mentally, I just went somewhere else that quick.
Yeah.
Meter ain't no meter. It's just that quick. Mentally, I went somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that sucks because like I don't want to be around people sometimes because I don't want to come off as like we can't be around such and such. You know how you get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You start feeling like you're a barrier of bad news. So like, I go back to the man thing we was talking about. When you have a family, when you have a girl, when you have daughters, or you got a son, you got a family that rely on you, and you have to be a certain person.
Yeah. I
don't know if that was you then, but I know like for me that's what it is, and it's even harder because like I be feeling like, all right, if I embrace what I need to go through, all right, I probably can't be there for the people I need to be there for.
Yeah.
On the flip side, if I do go through it, you know what I'm saying, maybe, and it's a maybe, you don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'll be better at some point, right?
Yeah, it gets better, man. I believe that my brother sent me my son, man. Cause my mind like I said, I was in that abyss. Like, I think he sent me him to, you got something to live for now.
That's dope.
Like, and he was born the same month he passed. Both of my kids it's crazy. Like, both of them were born in June. Yeah.
That is insane.
And it's like, man,
they probably both are gonna have remnants of him too. Like as they're growing up, you're gonna see your brother in each of them.
Yeah. So you know, the El Camino, that was my brother's car.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been rebuilding there since he passed. I've been rebuilding like everything under the hood, brand new. Like, my son loved that car. Like, he just come out, he love it. He go in the garage, he just like, El Camino. He say El Camino. And he like to get in it. He like to open the door, sit in it. He like to play with the steering wheel and stuff. He love to ride in it and stuff, man. I'm just like, it's amazing. Like, he never even...
That connection is just there.
And it's another thing happened, man. So we were sitting, me, him, and his mom, we were sitting in the front room going through like pictures, photo albums and stuff. And he came across a picture of my brother and his daughter sitting in the car. Like, I'm telling you, it's like a stack of pictures about this thick. He just going through and he looking at them. He came to that one picture and he started and just literally started like just smiling, cheesing. And I was just like, huh? But I'm gonna tell you this. So when Daru was like a toddler, he'll be in the back seat, like just kind of just looking off and smiling and giggling and stuff like that. And I used to always tell his mama, like, man, I said, that's probably my brother playing with him, you know?
Yeah,
Probably back there just messing with him, playing with him. Because she used to be concerned about it. I was like, nah, it's his guardian angel. And I was just like, man, when he saw that picture, I was just like, I wonder if he has seen him before, you know what I'm saying? Like, something about it was familiar because he wouldn't put it down and he kept smiling at it. Like, he wouldn't sit the picture down. It's going to be stuff like that, man, you're going to come across with, you know what I'm saying, with your situation. It's going to help you, you know what I'm saying, like, kind of not get over it, but able to, you know what I'm saying, cope with it and smile.
Yeah. You know, I definitely, you know, I document a lot of stuff too. So like, you know, thank God. I feel like I got some form of some stuff. Yeah. And you know, I think repairing relationships is important. So like, you know, at the time everything happened, we was good. So that helps. You know, you feel a certain way when I ain't on good terms. If that happened, I would feel a certain way. Like, damn, I ain't talking 2 years. But then that whole year we was cool. So, you know, it's good. But I talked to you. I'm talking to you about it because I know what you have gone through it and to see where you are now versus probably where you were then. Yeah. Still, and probably like you said, a lot of work to do still.
Man, you know? It's certain songs come on, trigger me. That, you know, like I know he liked it or something that we listen to as kids. I can't watch Lion King. I can't watch All Dogs Go to Heaven. Cause me and him would watch them all the time. Space Jam. It's certain stuff I just can't do. I literally got a whole box, a shoe box, a Chuck Taylor box. It's taped up. It's full of letters from when he was in prison. We used to write each other back and forth all the time. Man, I got a box full of them. I ain't opened them yet. I've read them when he sent them. And it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stuff on, you know what I'm saying, how to be a man and stuff. Cause at the time he was I was maybe like 19, 20. And it's like, I haven't had it in me yet to open them up. And I done had them, I keep everything, man. Like if you wrote me a letter in high school, I still got it. Like seriously, I still got it. Pictures, all that. But I took all his, the letters he ever wrote me, I kept them. And they're in a box, and it's like, man, I don't know when I'm gonna be ready to read them. I don't know.
You know, I think about that and having that, you know, that memory stuff is dope. I think, I know, for me, I don't answer my phone. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody know that. I don't answer text. You know that. You know, I don't answer my phone. So other day I was going through it, and I said, let me open one of these, and I got a lot of voicemails from
him. And
I sent it to my sister, you know. So I ain't listen to it, I can't do it, but I sent it to my sister to see, trying to test it out and see what you were gonna say. Yeah. So I think it's dope just to have things like that, you know, and be able to go back to it. So I do wish we would have did like an episode, but he wasn't this ain't his thing. He ain't into all that, you know. But yeah, I think you know, just with you and just how strong you are and the things you've been through, and then, you know, how you project yourself in society today. I like it's proud for me. I'm proud, and I'm not saying like I'm over you and like that, but I'm just proud to see, like, I know where you probably could be versus where you are. You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope, and I think too, just you being true to everything you talk about. You know, a lot of times you have people on social media, like it's an image. It's an image, you know.
I had somebody tell me that it's an image, and I'm like, this is who I am. Like, I don't walk around like I'm this perfect person. Like, I ain't perfect by a long shot. Like, I got a lot of faults and stuff, but I don't try to hide them. And what I do, I try to correct them. If I ever wrong with someone, I try to correct it.
You know, let me tell you what I think, and I don't know who said it like that, but I think a lot of times people get upset because of an influence you may have. Yeah. Right. And whatever they know of you, even though they still adore you, like you, whatever it can be, look up to you, feel like you're an influence. If they get a side of you that social media don't get, right? Yeah. And they mind, you're not being like, no, you just get a extra side of me. You should feel better that you get this side because they don't know that side. Yeah. But at the same time, A lot of time when you talk like how you talk with just wisdom and stuff like that, people think because you wise, you perfect.
Nah.
But they don't understand wisdom comes from imperfections.
Watch this. You know my favorite biblical character was like growing up?
Who's that?
Moses.
Why Moses?
Cause Moses was prone to anger. And when I was coming up, man, like I really had like, I should have probably took anger management classes, man. But I learned how to take a lot in, man. It's not to say it still ain't in me, cause I can get very upset about something. But it's like Moses was this, he was a prophet, you know what I'm saying? But he still had his flaws and stuff.
And I think you bring a good point. I ain't like the craziest like religious person. Don't get me started. I don't know, but it bring a point. Like people think that you can't have prophet like ways and
still be human.
Yeah, like and that's the thing. Like it'll be thrown back to you.
Yeah,
like,
he ain't supposed to do that.
You talk all this stuff, but you like that's two things can be true.
Yeah,
I fucked up. Right,
yeah.
And then I also meant the other thing I said as well.
Yes.
So,
and that's another thing. If I say something, I mean it.
Yeah,
I don't even care if it come out of my mouth while I'm angry. Like I meant it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I don't apologize half the time.
I don't. My brother.
I have no reason to not. I have no reason to apologize because anything I'm saying to you, I'm going to mean.
Yeah, I mean it. My brother taught me that when I was about 18, man. Like I kind of got out. I got out of line talking to. I was talking to somebody like crazy, but I meant every word, and it was somebody that my brother was tied to, and I told him, I was just like, man, look, like tell him, you know, that I apologize for, you know what I'm saying, how I came at him and all that type of stuff. Brother, like, he looked at me, he said, man, don't apologize, you know what I'm saying, you what you said to him, it was the truth, right? I said, yeah. He said, would you change what you said? Like, not how you said it, but the message. Would you change what you said? I said, nah. Why you apologizing?
I feel the same way. I mean, don't get me wrong. I will apologize for delivery sometimes because I know that can.
I hate that though. Like, why are you so focused on my delivery and not the message?
I can emotions, man. Let me tell you. Like, I know. Let me tell you. Like, so whenever somebody arguing, I don't know if you like this or not, but like you call them manipulators, whatever it can be, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times when somebody arguing and you make a good point or you make a correct point, they're gonna try to break that apart.
Oh yeah.
Because it ain't correct if it's not correct if it's not all together.
Yeah.
So they'll break that one little thing apart. Out of frustration, you'll try to explain that half part, and you can't explain about the other part.
Yeah.
And they know that already.
Yeah.
So deep down, like they're trying to like sway.
Yeah.
With emotion.
Yeah.
I think that happens a lot of times in what you're saying, like for our delivery, because something made you feel a certain way, you want me to apologize. But what I said was 100% true.
Yeah, them feelings, man. Them feelings.
Well, I don't like the way you said it. Like, what? Shouldn't matter. If it was true, then
take in what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a.
You want me to be patting you on your back like, hey, you shouldn't do that. Like, no.
Yeah, that bothers me a little bit, and that's back to your point of like not having that anger because I don't like to apologize at all. I'm not trying to. So before I apologize for something I say, I'll just be quiet. You be upset. You're gonna be upset. I ain't got nothing to say. You got it. Like you remember you like you got it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yep. Even on Facebook, like on Facebook, when people are arguing, like
oh man,
a lot of times, if you ever go to my like under my stats, I'd be like, nah, for real. I'm not. If I already done said, but I feel like I didn't put this out there to have a forum. Trust me, I know social media, but I didn't want that. So
you can't change my mind.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Make your own status and just or share it and put it. I'm still gonna like it. You know, I'm gonna love it. Whatever. I ain't arguing. You got it.
And people were trying to argue. I had just said something about Valentine's Day, man.
Oh, I was gonna ask you about that. You got the word. You got. I agree with you though.
Yeah, but people trying to argue. I'm like, man, I'm not finna argue with you. Like people who get it, they get it. People who don't, they don't.
It's 3 words, and I really don't like them. But I mean, like I said, I'm not that gender, so whatever. But that whole soft girl era thing, I think that's like a scapegoat to just get gifts and get pampered.
Yeah.
Without no accountability for anything else.
No. There's gonna be some accountability around here.
It gotta be like,
yeah,
because I guarantee you, I'll be held accountable for something I do.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that I agree with your post. I see where it came from. I feel like we let these holidays dictate what we spending and what we doing, or social media dictate what we gonna do, or what love means. Right?
Yes.
I could buy you the best gift and a car, or take you to 54 Hibachi, whatever that they doing, and I can also do it for the next person as well. You ain't gonna like that too much, are you? You know what I'm saying? But or I can just go to the store, get you a rose, and be fully committed.
What kind of rose?
Red rose, pink rose, something like that.
The other rose.
Huh?
The other rose.
Nah, I ain't getting that. I'll be the rose.
I had to make sure you paying attention.
You said what kind of rose? That's funny. Nah, you get those, you out the door. So they say. Nah, but yeah, I understood it. I appreciated it. I think, but like you said, influence. Like you got influence. So I think that
somebody else couldn't say that.
Yeah. If anybody said that, oh man. If Cooks would have said it, oh yeah, it's a wrap. They'd have tore him up. But like, because of the respect.
You in Cooks group?
Yeah.
They be wildin', man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
We ain't gonna get into
that. Shout out to Cooks, man. I just say that for now. That's a cool guy.
Blue.
Yeah, I don't know what he got going on, man.
I went to school with Blue.
Yeah, I heard him at the Glen Hills. I got some calls because they went live and was talking about me or saying something, but yeah. I saw you on his post one day. It was some other stuff that was going on, nothing crazy.
You my boy now.
Yeah, nah.
You pull up with the smoke.
Man, it wasn't about, I already handled that. That's out the way now. There ain't nothing going on. Randy was up here talking her truth, and I guess her truth pissed somebody else off.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, I don't be bothering. I don't be bothered with all that stuff. Whatever. But nah, I did see we spoke about, and I think this was dope about accountability too. I know they're gonna say, oh, you're clout chasing, you saying. But I liked your comment on his video, Cooks, when he was talking about the child support and stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I even screenshotted it. That was like the one comment I was like, thank God, because normally in these kind of groups, in these kind of forums, people be like, they cater to the person they like. Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. I couldn't understand nothing he was saying. Just be honest. Like, I got what you were saying, because you have to provide. Like, that's your job. You have to do that,
it's
right?
your duty, man. Like,
take him out of it, because I don't want to make it about him, but just people in general. You have to provide. We make so many excuses as to why we can't do something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, even me personally, I couldn't go live talking about how I'm not taking care of my duties. Yeah. Because instead of going live, I'm going to be outside trying to figure out how I'm going to take care of my duties. You know? Yeah. And that go for anybody. Like, to complain on social media, I don't have time to do that. I got to go get it, because this person need me.
Yeah, I got to figure it out, man.
And I like the comment. I thought your comment, every time I sent it to somebody, they said, damn. Because there was so many comments that were just like, I'm like, this is the problem of society right here. Sometimes, every now and then, it's a post or a video or some kind of content, I'd be like, damn, I'm starting to see what these girls mean now. And I don't want to. Like, not that I'm dissing girls, but I also feel like it's the flip side of, I seen you post about how some women will purposely keep their child away, just not because the person is bad or did something wrong or they have any disdain towards that person, but just to be in the same boat as other women that's going through it for real, though. Yeah. And I said, damn, George needed some messed up individuals. But but I get it. Like, you see it firsthand. You got no reason to do that. None. But just because you want to fit in the group, that's why society is messed up. Yeah. Society is.
I hate child support. I hate it. It's like, it do more harm than good to me.
I think so. But like, expound when you say that. Like
so, if you got a guy that's just a deadbeat, you know what I'm saying? Like, by all means, put him on child support. By all means. But when we gonna put like a governor on the females who being vindictive towards their baby fathers? that's mad. That's, you know what I'm saying? They actually present in the child's life, doing what they can for the child, and you still put them on child support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it's like I can't even do. Let's just say I had like an extra $200 a month. You took the child support gonna take those $200. Just theoretically speaking, if it worked like this now, the child support taking the $200. So now, how can I? Where am I gonna pull money to be able to like get my son a pair of J's?
Yeah, or do something with him.
Just anything, like take him to urban air, you know, the movies or anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you being vindictive because you mad at him, and you gonna take him out on child support, but he been present the whole time. So it's like,
see, but and that's one of them slippery slopes too. And I think the problem that with child support is it'll probably never get fixed because just like you're saying that there's men that probably don't deserve to be on child support because they're doing their part or whatever the case may be. There's so many people not.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's like you really can't find no medium there. So at this point, it's like, and not now. I promise anybody, I don't have no reason to talk about this one person, but I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
There's people that really feel like, hey, I'm here, that's enough. And like you were saying, that ain't enough though.
It's
like,
not,
just being present ain't enough.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier about beating the odds, and you said, I feel like it's the job not done.
Nah.
Being present, the job not done.
It's not.
You know, now you have to teach. Now you gotta help grow.
Yeah.
Now you gotta mold. You know, you gotta financially be there. You know.
Yeah.
Now you gotta show right from wrong. It's so much stuff you gotta do as a parent.
Yeah.
Just being there that's below bare minimum. That's a given. Yeah. It's yours.
That's your duty.
Yeah, she or he is yours. So
that is your duty.
Yeah, but I like I said, I'm not on child support. Thank God. But I remember I had
this is what I think though too, with the child support thing. Like, I think if, and I don't know. I ain't gonna say no female will do this, but if she was to put her guy on child support, right? I had conversation with females about this. Like, they were like, well, I'm gonna take them off child support. I said, nah, don't do that. Nah, I said, nah, if you want to give him back the money from child support, like they giving you $400 a month,
hit him off for $200.
You want to give him back, they just give him the whole thing. Because you're gonna take him off. And I think like once you take them off, I don't think you can put them back on.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Not in Georgia. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, once you take them off, you can't put them back on.
So most times people get back with their girl, and then it's a wrap.
See, yeah, and that's what I try to tell them. Like, man, look, don't take him off child support, but just if you feel like he doing his part, just give him back his $400.
I ain't gonna lie, Joe. That sounds really good, but they're not doing that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that.
Hell no. But like I said, it is super difficult, and I would have to like get more information and get a panel of people that have different scenarios because I've also seen where people went and checked that child support, and that's how they found out, oh, he ain't working no more. Yeah, but they were banking on that because that's and so it's like I said, it's tough because it's so many people that don't do their job. Everybody not like you, everybody not like me.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
It's just like the school. Like you said, you got some students self-sufficient. You got some guys who willing to step to the plate and take care of responsibilities. And then you got some who still want to live a certain lifestyle, but portray a certain thing, a certain image. Yeah. But I still feel like there's a lot of vindictiveness going on. But it's not only on the women's side, I think, sometimes too. Because I think it's vindictive for a man that knowing he on child support and getting a bullshit job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or not working at all because they feel like, nah, I can't pay this. So now she just asked out.
Or taking it out on your kid, man, because you mad at her.
Yeah. So it's so many vindictive ways that I do feel like when you talk about that, I like to break stuff down. So if I was ever to talk about it like for real, I would have to like have a woman or multiple people with multiple scenarios.
They don't get arguing.
If you can be respectful, but like you said, it be so much emotion behind it.
Yeah.
Respect is out the window once somebody say that's stupid because it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. Because now you know how we said we deal with grief?
Yeah.
That's a grief for some people because some people did want their family. Mm-hmm. Some people did envision when they found out they were pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, we together.
Yeah.
There's this, and there's no perfect world, so it ain't that.
Yeah.
And then maybe they mad because this person doing it with somebody else. Maybe they mad because things done came out. So it's a lot that be with that too. So it's really hard to open that door and say, well, don't be vindictive. Or I can say it.
Yeah.
Easier said than done sometimes. Yeah, it is. If somebody wrongs you or did you dirty, it's like, I got something for you. And that's the get back.
One up. Yeah.
Yeah. So and I understand it, but I just, like I was gonna say earlier, like I remember having conversations with my kid's mom sometimes, and you be so upset, like, just put me on child support then. Now, I would tell my younger self, don't ever say that. Don't ever say that in life. Because I'm already doing what I need to do.
Yeah.
So now I can do more and go above and beyond because it's not extenuating. Or if for some reason, the dopest thing about not being on child support and being able to co-parent the right way is if, for instance, I have fell on hard times.
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about going to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I'm good.
Yeah, because you've been paying it.
Or vice versa, because of the fact that I'm not on this, or because we got a understanding, she don't have to think, well, damn, I might get put out my house now. I might, because I'm gonna have to go above and beyond and do some extra stuff now as well. So, and that's how you create a good environment. I feel like, especially when you're not together with the person and you got kids. I would definitely tell my younger self, just chill, put the pride aside, bro. Just let it go.
You got to.
But you be so mad, like, you know what? I don't want to talk to you. This right. Just let's do this. And I remember we were making numbers, and like, oh, these numbers kind of wild. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to play. I like to do certain things, so I can't do them with that. I know we got on a tangent with the family thing, but I just think that a lot of times too, with your influence and stuff you say on social media, voice is real powerful. So I would tell you, like, I know you go through 3 days. Sometimes you go months. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I have to type in your brother's name and see if y'all even on social media. Cause y'all do. I ain't gonna say weird. It's the wrong word. Y'all do the strangest things to me. I'm like, why would you just leave social media? Oh, I felt like I needed to take 5 months off and see what I can do. I'm like, why? Like, what we doing here? Like,
man, it was one period, man. I was on no social media for years,
and you just came back out of nowhere.
Because of my big brother. He was just like, man, get back on Facebook, man. Get back on there. Because he had a Facebook page. He was like, man, get back on there. And I just reactivated it, and I just never deactivated it again.
You get different sides of you, though. You get the wisdom side, then you get, like, it's time where you just joke on there all the time, right? Yeah. And then you get the teaching side, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's dope that, you're able to be so multifaceted in your personality, just how you are. Because like I said, if somebody was to look at you, I could tell you I remember the first time I ever met you, I was at the church down there. We were playing basketball, and I was like, "Dang, he nice." Okay, because you don't know, you see people on social media all the time, but you don't know the person,
Yeah.
And I remember, like, low key kind of hating. I'm not gonna lie, I was hating a little bit. I was hating a little bit because you was nice for real.
The
like,
bounce.
You could dunk, you had a nice crossover.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, you got a nice crossover too.
It's the first step, man. I don't
like,
even put a lot into the
then
crossover.
Then you could shoot. I was like, all right, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
The mid-range.
Then afterwards, they were bragging. I ain't going to say too much, but they were bragging like, yeah, Georgia, George, he this, he that. I'm like, all right, now he going a little too far. Like, all right, when does it stop? So I just, but I liked it because I was like, damn, I've seen you, social media and stuff like that. Same thing with Quad, but y'all be so preserved, so laid back. Like, even right now, how you looking right now?
Yeah.
It's not mean, but it's not like the nicest, right?
Yeah,
like But then when you smile, y'all joke. It's like, oh, these some cool,
I'm
cool
like,
dudes.
I'm just like everybody else.
So when I first seen you, I was like, I thought you'd be mean. I thought you'd be.
I can be.
All the stuff that people probably think that you are when they see you.
Yeah.
But you were the complete opposite. Smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Discipline, self-control, talented. Like, you checked off so many boxes that when somebody first look at you, that's not what they vision.
Yeah.
So I thought that was dope. And I think that's the dope part about you too. It's like, I think you'll shock the world. You'll shock anybody just by them put you in a room with somebody and then, like, put a board and some markers. You're going to shock them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's always been like that, though, since I was a kid, man. I was an outcast.
I do got to ask another question now, and I'm about to wrap up, but I do got to ask another question. What's wrong with the math nowadays? And you're a math teacher, so I have to ask you this question, bro. And I don't know how you teach your math. I don't know how you teach your math. Mm-hmm. I've seen some crazy stuff with multiplication. And I know you were saying, like, the kids, they might not do this. hey, they got more steps than I feel like is needed.
Necessary, yeah.
How like why?
It's like they trying to make them make like real world connections or something like that. It's to make them think. It don't make sense to me.
Yeah. You know, I won't diss it because I'm pretty sure whoever like implemented it had a good reason. You know, I don't want to down it. I just know that multiplication was kind of hard enough as it was.
Yeah. Watch this. You I think you said you were good with science, right?
Am I? Yeah.
Remember biology, you had like the I think that joint called a Punnett square.
Yeah.
With the genes like X, Y, then,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They doing multiplication like that, man.
Oh my God.
They put in like the variable. They got a variable here, a number here, then a variable here, and a number here, and then you got to multiply 'em with the grid.
Yo,
and I'm like, I hate it, but it works.
It's to the point now too. I be seeing. I honestly don't know what to believe. I mean, because I've seen like TikToks and stuff. People like they'll put a multiplication sign up and they'll do something crazy with the outside and inside and say equal that.
Doing all that.
I'm like, never ever. Just give me the old fashioned way where I put the zero down there, the imaginary zero. I like the 96 edition of multiplication. I don't want this new 2019. I hate it. How do you like? Because you have to teach it that way.
I got to. Like, but what I do is, it's the beauty of it. I can show them 3 different ways. I could teach, like I got to show them this way with the curriculum, and then I can show them this way or that way. And I be telling them like, man, ever since I was a kid, like my teachers used to always get on me like, you always trying to do a shortcut. You trying to find a shortcut. Elementary, middle, high school, even in college. My college professor, Mrs. Baxter, she say, shortcut king is what she like to say, shortcut king. But I showed them how to do it the long way, and then I show them like, look, instead of doing all this math right here, I'm just showing you the math. You can just take that number, flip it, reverse it. So x, if you got x minus 3, x is gonna be equal to -3. You just take that, flip it around. Hold on, x will be equal to 3 because x minus 3, you got to zero it out, so it'll be x equals 3.
Hey, let's clap it up for Joy for confusing me here. Let's clap it up for Joy real quick, man.
My bad.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I ain't know what the hell I was.
I'm gonna have to write it down for you so you can see it.
Yeah, man. Just give it to one of your students and post it on TikTok, and I'm gonna get it that way. But I know math though. Like math is cool. It's just when I be seeing these new ways, because before I down something, like let me see first. You know, let me figure it out.
I don't like it, but if it works for them, then I go for it.
But did it not work for us or something? Like I'm just curious.
It's
like
new. So you remember
somebody said let's
remember the FOIL method.
First out.
They taking that, so you'll have like x plus 3 parentheses and then other parentheses x plus 2. And you got to multiply them, right? Using the distributive property. They taking the x plus 3, putting it on top of the square, x plus 2 going down on the side, and you multiply. It's just like
at this point we doing graffiti, man. Like I say. It's not even math no more. Like, we spray painting at this point. But I get it. You know, I want to ask you this. Yeah, this almost done for real. Yeah. I want to ask you this question. You know, I posted something. I don't know if you comment on it. I'm not now. Think about it. Could you make your appearances here and there? And I cannot tell when it's you or George, honestly, because sometimes I talk the same in the comment section. But it was like I never understood. It was something to the point of saying like y equal mx plus b. I never needed it.
Yeah.
And I remember sharing that saying like, that's false because you really use it every day.
Yeah. And
now you as a math teacher.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that algebra, like they think solely numbers. But when I think algebra, I think y equal mx plus b. I think problem solving as well, like life. Yeah. And let me know if I'm wrong on thinking that.
No.
Even something like, 2x, take away this equals that. I think that you can equate that to life as well. It could be a life problem.
Yeah. Money, whatever. Like, you can, let me think of a problem. It equates to something like.
Well, why are you thinking? I seen you talking to a student that you was trying to tell him the the slope, and y'all were doing graph stuff.
Yeah.
And I always think about why equal MS plus B, because people think it's so intricate and it's not, right?
Yeah.
But I think you're looking at it as such. If you don't know what you're doing, that's different. I can see why it seems foreign to you, right? But once you start to realize that, okay, it's really just a formula, and you plugging stuff in, it's gonna give you the answer.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah. Yes.
That's life anyway.
Yes.
It's a formula you have. You plug that there, you plug that there,
and you get this
get
output.
the answer.
Yeah.
That's the result.
Yeah.
Some people say they don't use it. I'm like, I don't think they really thinking that all the way through.
Think outside of the box. They inside of the box. They taking it literal for what it is and not like abstract. Like they ain't thinking I could use this with that.
That's the weirdest thing to me. I don't know why. I feel like even in high school, I was like, damn, I remember like learning it, like, that's life. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just me though. I got a few questions. I want to end with Black excellence. What does that mean to you? That a thing? Is that something you care about? I guess you kind of got to a little bit.
Right, so,
Black, right?
Yeah. So I'm halfway though. What does excellence break down for you?
Excellence?
Yeah.
I think trying, to me, like trying your hardest, trying your best, giving your best. Let me not say trying, doing your best.
Yeah. So
I think that's excellence.
I
wouldn't equate it to an amount of money or the amount of success.
Yeah, and that's not just like a black excellence. Black excellence ain't just the quote unquote positive people that you see, because there's a lot of people that's probably breaking the law, but what's that fairy tale dude name, man? Robin?
Fairy tale dude?
Yeah, that's the story.
Fairly Odd Parents?
The robber. He take from the rich.
Robin Hood?
Robin Hood. You got a couple Robin Hoods out here. You know what I'm saying? It's breaking the law, but they taking whatever it is that they getting. They been like a sacrificial lamb. They taking the money and, you know what I'm saying, reinvesting it back into the community and stuff by giving, like, you know what I'm saying, fish fries and stuff. That's black excellence, right?
Yeah.
And giving it back to the youth. You know what I'm saying? They doing like toy drives and back to school giveaways. That's black excellence. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think it's influential. Like you black, you influential, and you're doing something that's honorable.
Yeah. There we go. Because anybody that's doing something positive, that had like a positive career field or something, you know what I'm saying? Them the people that you probably gonna be like, oh, that's a doctor, that's a lawyer, that's black excellence. Like, nah, you got some people that's, you know what I'm saying, doing some grimy stuff, but with the grimy stuff, it's like a Robin Hood story, man.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I say too, I say it's not like contingent on the amount of success you have, because black excellence could be, let's say for instance, your brother telling you don't do that. That's black excellence. Yeah. Regardless if he was doing that or not.
Yeah.
He made sure you don't do it.
Yeah.
That's black excellence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you pouring into the positivity of the black community. That's black excellence.
Yeah, that's black excellence, yeah.
So it's a subjective, I think so, but I definitely think it's more than one way to skin a cat, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I don't think everything everybody do not gonna be excellence.
No.
You know, I was, for so long, let's say even now, right? I'm not dissing him, I don't wanna get into it, but for so long, Diddy was black excellence, right? And then now he got all this stuff. They're like, oh, we can't talk about Diddy. So the same thing he did in 2015 is still the same thing he did. We just happen to know more now.
You from New York, so I gotta be careful.
What? No, I don't have no top. I mean, I ain't from
I'm a
Harlem.
Tupac fan.
You a Tupac fan?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's your music of choice.
Fool around with Diddy.
Yeah, but don't get me started on that, man. Because Tupac. Nah, I'm a 50 fan. 50 is my 50 is my. We said that last time, but 50 is and I like Hov, but 50 is my. That's me. Diddy, it's whatever. But you like Tupac. I mean, I don't know. You gotta pick your poison, man, because
I know where you from.
Yeah, but he got some things to his name now. You know, I don't know. Like we gotta.
You ain't finna talk about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. And he dead, so you know I want to respect. I want to respect his dead. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to him, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Every time I talk to you, I feel like it was good. I feel like, you know, even interview style and just conversation style with you is always eye opening to talk to you, and I think people like hearing you talk anyway. You should consider doing a podcast, or even if you don't do a full podcast, it's small clips and stuff. I think that'd be dope.
A guest on yours, man.
Huh?
You just have me a guest on yours.
I do that. Hey, hey, clap it up for George real quick. Hold on, I gotta clap it up for you. Okay, clap it up for George. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna clap it up because you don't know how many times people need to just say that. Like, it's a lot of people that are just wasting time and wasting space.
Yeah.
Instead of just being a reoccurring guest.
Yeah, I don't want to reinvent the wheel.
But you'll have people do that, and they will like crowd the game, crowd whatever. But you even saying that, like, just have me on your. That's fine with me.
Man, you can get me on here once a month.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. And I don't have a person like that, but I think that would be dope. Yeah, we just have to have a text thread.
Like what, Boots and Vlad?
Something like that. Don't come here going crazy now. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I don't think it's a positive one like that. Everything is always like drama based or something like that. Yeah. So that'd be dope. I ain't saying we ain't gotta always talk about education, but we can talk about your post. We could talk about life. I don't mind. Like, that'd be dope too.
Yeah, man. I'm with all that, man.
Yeah, maybe I'll start doing that. We'll line some stuff up, and cause like when I do conversation based episodes, usually I'm on the side with them too. So we'll just line up and talk and just have a conversation.
Yeah,
do it that way.
With that, man. For real.
I'm dead ass. Yeah, I'm dead ass. Yeah. Like I said, I like talking to you, and I think that, you know, even in where we disagree, I think that it's still a common ground to be found.
Yeah.
There. So
we both level headed.
Yeah. Just me and you now. Quad can't come, all right. Now, shout out to Quad, man. Hey, tell people they can find you at. Tell them, you know, some things you got coming on. You got TikTok you trying to promote now, right? Or no, you're not promoting your TikTok?
So I had a TikTok, right? I made it.
Oh, man.
Just to look at just to be able to send, because, you know, after so many views of video, you can't look at it until you create a profile.
Oh, I know that.
So I had it. I never used it, though. Never got on there. I had posted the video, that last video I got with the suit on. And that was like, somebody had wrote me and was just like, man, 2 people. They was just like, man, you should put that stuff on TikTok. I was like, I ain't no TikTok type of person, you know? And they was like, man, you should just do it. I said, all right, I'm gonna upload it. I'm gonna upload it tonight. I'm gonna play around with it, figure it out. And I put the video on there, and I haven't checked it recently, but I think it got like almost 200 likes on there. I don't even have a whole lot of followers and stuff on TikTok. I don't really be on there. I like IG. I love IG. But when I seen that, I was just like, well, maybe I should start posting, because people just like, you can monetize that. But it's like, I ain't really doing it for money.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're going to do it and it do go up, I mean, why leave it on the table? You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
But I do see that on IG. I can tag you or send it to you. It's a lady I follow. She a teacher, and she just got like $10,000 from New York. I know it's not about the money, but she got it, and she probably poured it back into what she's doing. But she really posts like things she's doing in class, had the camera on sometimes.
She here?
Nah, but there's one that's here too, though.
Oh, yeah. I follow the other.
The black lady?
Yeah.
I don't know her name. But I know she live here, I think, too. Yeah. I might have her Instagram is crazy, though.
Yeah. Got the funny colored eyes.
Yeah. Plain Jane is her name on Facebook, I think, too. And I'm friends on Facebook.
I don't know her personally, but
Me neither. I never seen a day in my life.
Yeah.
Which is odd, because it's like how you don't see people, you know, it's a small.
Facts, yeah.
But I ain't gonna get into that. But yeah, man, this is dope. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to have an educator on, and you. I'm gonna have my brother on, I think, next week or this week too. But yeah, man, definitely shout out to you. But tell the people you saying something on TikTok. What's your name on TikTok?
My name, like just about all my except for Twitter.
Everything's simple, right?
Except for Twitter. I don't like people to be able to find me on Twitter, because I really be mind dumping on them.
Yeah, but you don't say nothing crazy. You just
I don't say nothing crazy.
Really
you should see my drafts
stuff.
though. My drafts is crazy, man.
I can imagine.
I type some stuff up and like, nah, I can't post that.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Them drafts crazy.
You should have a book, and just be a book of thoughts, and just put them in and publish them at some point later on, or maybe now, I don't know, but
ain't a bad idea.
You can write them down. It's still good artwork.
You know it's crazy. And I know you trying to close it, Jen. My mom, at my mom's house in my room, my whole wall, it's like I just wrote quotes and my thoughts and stuff all over my wall, and almost like a prison cell. You know how people prison cell get around? Yeah. Man, it's my whole room wall scribbled up.
Take a picture of it. Or some stuff of it, yeah. Or get some footage of it. That'd be dope.
Man, it's like it's a lot, and the thing I was thinking about covering it up, painting over, but
nah, you can't do that, man. That's black excellence right there on that wall. You know what I'm saying? Now, but I was serious about the book thing. I do think that you should look into even putting them on sticky notes or whatever, and just get somebody publish them, because like, even though it's just thoughts, or it could be a thought where you expound on it, whatever. But that'd be dope. Imagine the George Jones audio book of you just explaining quotes and stuff. That'd be dope, I think. I mean, you laughing, but I be thinking stuff like that's dope, because I be like, a lot of times. I was in training earlier today, and they said it's certain styles of managing, of course, and things like that. And I think one of the things was like selling, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times when somebody tell you something about yourself or tell you something you should do, a lot of times we think they just BSing. They just trying to sell me something. Yeah. And I am, but at the same time, it takes somebody seeing something in you for you to unlock something in yourself sometimes. Yeah. And I do think, you might not think about doing an audio book or a book, but I'm pretty sure people want to hear that from you or read that from you. I'm just I know I would. I think
I might start doing that for real, man.
You really should.
For real. I think that'd be dope. Night, just, I only get on Twitter when my mind get flooded with stuff, man. And I use Twitter as my mind dump. I just dump it all on them.
That'd be dope.
I don't have a diary.
I know that we spoke about it, but that'd be dope too. Like, I have a whole entity or a genre where I just read people's tweets and we talk about it. Like, those stuff you can't see in a podcast. I do post it.
For real.
I had Tyrus Tillman on. I had Lacey, the credit lady, on. I had Shay Good on. I had and it really came from me being petty, I'm not gonna lie. But I had but it worked. And I had Shakira, she do hair, but all the people had her on. Yeah. And all I did was read their tweets, and we just had a conversation about it. Like, read their Facebook post. So like, you might post something, and we have like a 15-minute discussion about that post, like opposite sides, whatever. Yeah. And it goes to the next post, same thing. I called it Scarred, and people liked it. Like, people liked it, and those they're not public because I did them. I should probably make them public, but I got like 6 to 10 episodes of Scarred just there.
Run it.
Those
we can do that. Run it.
I'm dope with that. Yeah, definitely, man. Hey, look, man, shout out to you. I know it's late. I ain't gonna hold you no more, man. Saying shout out to you. Appreciate you for coming through. Anytime you want to come on, just hit me up, man. All right.
No. We about to go ahead and set this in stone.
Oh, here we go.
Once a month, man.
I'm cool. I'm dead serious. I'm cool with that though. Once a month. I could commit to once a month. I can't commit to every week though.
Every week.
I can't commit to that.
Too much, man.
I do this every week, but I can't commit to like doing that on top of something else.
That's too much.
But once a month would be dope. Yeah, we gotta find some kind of common ground and see what we gonna be doing. Like, we can freestyle that at first, but kind of find our niche and go from there. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm dead serious.
I'm for real too, man.
I wouldn't say that on mic if I wasn't down with it for real.
Man, I'm serious, man.
I think people like that. I think we both two calm and level-headed people. I think that'd be dope. But I ain't gonna lie, on camera sometimes I do play the devil advocate sometimes, so I might just
I like having my brain picked.
That's the best thing, bro. It's super therapeutic. Yeah, definitely, man. All right, man. More Than Masters podcast. We out. Shout out to George, man. That was dope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I'm cool with that for real.